Everybody knows what a watermelon looks like. It's a classic finger food of late summer afternoons and cooling off in the shade. What if I told you that it used to be a food that you had to scoop with a spoon, and the red part was actually the treat, and the white part used to be most of the innards? What if I told you that everything you know about watermelon has been genetically engineered to be that way? And what if I told you there was an animal that had almost the exact same treatment, except for entertainment purposes? I'm Kevin Beasley, and I asked the very simple question of,
what is a sea monkey?
Without answers to these questions, I turned to the general public, and what better place to go than my local mall, where hopefully there are a lot of people that have a good head on their shoulders and can answer the question of, what is a sea monkey?
So I only really have one question for you. What do you think a sea monkey is?
I just know that they're like little fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I know.
All right, no problem, man. Thank you.
All right, brother.
Oh, can you eat this? Yeah, though you feed us a fish, don't you? Just
No,
fish
you
food.
can just eat. You can just have them.
Monkey in sea.
I don't know about that.
Monkey in the sea.
Yeah.
Are they your pets or would you eat them?
I'm not gonna eat them.
Sea monkey is a little like pet from the 80s that used to be able to order from comic books.
With that, I sought out sea monkeys of my own, but with one problem. The tank seems kinda small. So with that, I sought out the largest body of water I could think of, the lake near where I live. Oh no. I think the tank is big enough. The first step in birthing sea monkeys is filling the tank with roughly room temperature water. The instructions say 26 Celsius to be exact. And then you add packet 1, which is mostly salt, but it also has sea monkey eggs and a little bit of food in it, so that they'll grow before the dye goes in packet 2.
Like, what do you think they are?
Well, sea monkey is pretty much what I think a sea monkey is a hybrid of a mammal and an aquatic animal to create sea monkey and everything. Because if you think about it, sea monkeys were probably around back in prehistoric time, and even back during the day of like Ice Age, and that there we just never knew what they really were, because back then we didn't know that they existed until people found them and started making them as pets.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This answer was awesome.
Packet 2 is more eggs and a little bit of dye, and they tell you to wait a day in the instructions so that the ones that hatched the night before will appear when the dye hits them, so that the illusion of instant life takes hold.
I say, Watson, old chap, what seems to be your problem? Sea monkeys don't live in trees, my good man. They live in water. Why, it's elementary, my dear Watson.
In the 70s, they had an ad run starring an ape who would look for sea monkeys in trees and then not find any. And the narrator would come in calling him silly and tell him that they live in water. And their popularity wasn't just in America, it was a worldwide sensation at the time. It was instant life and an easy pet for parents to take care of. It was astounding. Even coming with accessories such as racetracks and rocket ships. Even showing up on late night television, which at the time would have been made by people who grew up in the 80s and 90s.
Hello, little sea monkeys.
He's back.
Don't look at him, honey. Eat your potatoes.
They're 3 shrimp out of water, fishing for excitement. Don't miss the amazing live sea monkeys Saturday on CBS Kid TV.
There was even a live-action TV show made in the 90s by Howie Mandel. Killer Clowns! Yeah, that's right. Apparently Howie Mandel was on record saying that this would be bigger than the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What are you 3 sea otters doing here?
At sea monkeys!
Yikes. And there was a video game, there was proof of an evolving market for sea monkeys. They were very much trying to keep their finger on the zeitgeist. And the gameplay looks interesting enough. But who started all this? Harold von Braunhart was an American inventor born in Memphis, Tennessee in 1926. He also invented the X-ray specs with some colorful advertising, and the invisible goldfish before the sea monkey, with a 100% chance that you will never see the fish. Oh, a sea monkey's hatched. Would you look at that? In this larva state, they're very attracted to light, and probably pretty hungry, seeing as the food that was in packs 1 and 2 to feed the hatchlings has probably run out by now. Which means I get to move on to the next step of the instructions, the third step, which is giving them the growth food, which is apparently supposed to double their size in a week. Well, we'll see about that after this goes in. The growth food itself is a mixture of yeast and algae, which is everything a growing sea monkey needs apparently, but we'll find out in a week, I suppose.
Would you want to be in a documentary?
I would love to. Well, hello.
I got one question for you. What do you think a sea monkey is? What do you think a sea monkey is?
That's too funny. Aren't they those little animals, like kind of the size of what a seahorse is?
Sea monkey. They sound cute.
Oh,
They sound really cute.
yeah?
Yeah.
I think, isn't it like a little thing that floats in the water?
There's no wrong answers.
Okay, yeah, that's a sea monkey.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your name?
I'm not comfortable telling you that.
Weirdos aside, let's catch up with the sea monkeys. And they've nearly doubled in size. They're adolescent now, so they're gonna start breeding soon, which means I'll have more sea monkeys. That one just did a little dance, and I think this is when I can talk about what the animal's actual name is. They're called brine shrimp. They're just shrimp. And that's all they ever were.